What is up guys? This is Bullshot, back again with another Call of Duty mobile video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So in today's video, I am gonna be covering the top 10 best guns to use inside of the Battle Royale after the release of the Season 11 update. Now, just like the top 10 videos from the previous 2 seasons, I am gonna be making this list based on every single weapon inside of this game. It doesn't matter if that weapon is findable throughout the entire map or it can only be obtained from the arsenal airdrops. And I am going to give you the best gunsmith loadout for each of these weapons. Another thing that I want to mention before starting the video, this top 10 list will feature only the automatic weapons such as the assault rifles, the submachine guns, and the light machine guns. I am not going to be placing any shotguns or sniper rifles in this list. But all those players out there who use shotguns and sniper rifles, you guys don't need to be worried because after discussing the number 1 weapon, I am going to be sharing some of my greatest shotguns and sniper loadouts, which are going to be highly optimized for this season's Battle Royale. The entire thing may be a little bit longer, but the loadouts will be extremely helpful for all of my fellow viewers. That's why I am suggesting you to stick to the end of the video. Now, if this is your first time here in my channel, then be sure to press the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. And most importantly, you must comment your opinion about this video. I'll really appreciate your feedback. Anyways, you can follow me on the Instagram and join my Discord server for exclusive tips and more awesome content. Links are provided in the description. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Starting at number 10 spot, we have the MX-9. Now I know that some of you guys may think, why on earth I have placed this weapon at the bottom of this top 10 list. It is totally based on my personal gameplay experience. I am not saying that the MX-9 is bad. What I am saying is, there are other submachine guns available in the Battle Royale, and they are way better than this one. Another thing is, you cannot rely completely on the hipfire accuracy of the ground variant, especially if you are not using any hipfire boost mods. But it can all be changed with the custom variant of this weapon. I have boosted the damage range and the hipfire accuracy to a pretty decent level. It is a pretty aggressive build, which becomes extremely powerful when you combine the loadout with the perfect choice of the mods. This custom MX-9 loadout mainly thrives in close to mid-range engagements. And when I say mid-range, I mean you can use the hipfire up to a pretty longer distance. Anyways, for the mods with this weapon, I am recommending you to use the legendary variant of the extended magazine mods, the precise shot, or the long-range mods, and most importantly, the legendary variant of the hipfire boost mods to get the best results possible. Now, coming at number 9 spot, we have the Holger 26. This is a multifunctional high-tier weapon, which has a pretty awesome balance of damage and accuracy for long-range engagements. The only downside with this weapon is the overall mobility, but except that fact, it is by far one of the best weapons to use in the Battle Royale. And trust me when I say, if you are dealing with multiple enemies at once, then this multifunctional weapon must be the best choice for you. It has slightly wider ADS bullet spread, but that can totally be fixed with the proper variants of the mods. Now, with the custom loadout of this weapon, I have increased the damage range with the monolithic suppressor and mainly focused on the ADS accuracy of this weapon. It is a pretty powerful custom loadout for mid to long range battles. It has a great balance of damage range and recoil management. Also, it has some great ADS bullet spread accuracy as well, which is almost as similar as the M13. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the legendary variant of the vertical recoil control mods, the fast ADS or the long range mods, and the legendary variant of the precise shot mods for the most effective results possible. And now, coming at number 8 spot, we have the MSMC. This is a mid-tier submachine gun with a very high amount of fire rate, and it is the second most mobile weapon inside of the Battle Royale. It also has some decent hipfire accuracy as well. The only downside of this weapon is the size of the magazine, which seems extremely low, even for a solo one-on-one battle. But you can solve this problem with the purple or the legendary close-range engagements, which packs a great combination of speed and accuracy. It can also deal some decent amount of damage as well. And unlike the MSMC or the MX9, it feels more optimized, even with the ADS engagements. Anyways, for the custom loadout of this one, I have increased the overall damage range and improved the hip-fire accuracy of this weapon. This is a pretty powerful custom build for close-range engagements. It has some great hip-fire accuracy, and it feels pretty smooth to use, almost like the RUS-79U. Also, you'll be getting a ton of ammunition with this build, which will come super helpful while dealing with multiple enemies in close-range distance. Anyways, for the mods with this one, I am recommending you to use the legendary variant of the hipfire boost mods, the long-range mods, and most importantly, the legendary variant of the extended magazine mods to get the most effective results possible. And now, coming at number 5 spot, we have the M4. This is a mid-tier assault rifle with a pretty moderate amount of damage and some great accuracy for the long-range engagements. This is a pretty easy to use weapon, which has a great balance of mobility and bullet spread accuracy. Also, the recoil pattern of this weapon is by far the most optimized one. The only downside of this weapon is the damage per bullet, which is pretty lower comparing to the other assault rifles. Still, it can be a great choice for the beginners as it is extremely versatile to use in mid to long range engagements. Now, with the custom variant of this weapon, I have mainly focused on the damage range and the bullet spread accuracy for the long-range engagements. I am using the 50 rounds extended magazine because the M4 takes a ton of bullets to knock an enemy in a relatively long distance. And with the bigger magazine, it becomes extremely easier. Other than that, it is an extremely optimized custom loadout for mid to long range distance. It is pretty easy to use, and it has a great balance of damage range and ADS bullet spread accuracy for mid to long range distance. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the legendary variant of the long range mods, the extended magazine mods, and the precise shot mods to get the best results possible. Extended magazine mods to get the best results possible. Next, coming at number 3 spot, we have the M13. I have originally planned to put this high-tier assault rifle at the number 1 spot, but the only reason I am putting it at number 3 spot because it is most definitely not better than the weapon I have placed at the top of this list. This one is a little bit harder to use in super long distance. Also, the damage per bullet is pretty lower for long-range engagements. But except these two facts, it is by far one of the best weapon inside of the Battle Royale. Now for the custom loadout of this one, I mainly have focused on the ADS accuracy, and I have tried to make this build as optimized with the recoil as possible. The 40 rounds RTC You will also get some reload speed boost from this one. Now, if you don't have the mythic skin of the M13, then you can use classic red dot sight instead of the granulated grip tape. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the legendary variant of the long range mods, the vertical recoil control mods, and the legendary variant of the extended magazine mods to get the best results possible. Now, coming at number 2 spot, we have the RUS-79U. This is a mid-tier submachine gun, which is by far the most underrated weapon inside of the Battle Royale. It is extremely optimized to use right now, and currently you can pretty easily find this weapon throughout the entire map. Performance-wise, it is way better than the HG40 or any other submachine gun because of the faster fire rate and better hip-fire accuracy. It also has some heavily dense ADS spread as well. Although I recommend you to use this weapon for early game only, as you will be facing some pretty tougher challenges during the mid to late games. Still, if you want to try the RUS in mid to late game circles, then I am going to suggest you to use this highly aggressive hipfire build, which is created specifically for close range engagements. If you like to dance around your enemy, then this loadout can be a perfect choice for you. As the large extended magazine, along with the Merc for grip, will provide you with some pretty solid results. Also, it has way higher range for the hipfire than any other option inside of the Battle Royale. Anyways, for the mods, I am gonna be suggesting you to use the legendary variant of the hipfire boost mods, the extended magazine mods, and the long range mods for the best outcome possible. And now, before we get to the number 1 spot, we have the Type 25 as the honorable mention. I cannot say anything about the base variant of this assault rifle because it is not currently available as ground loot. But the custom loadout I have for this weapon is providing me with great performance, which is genuinely better than a lot of close-range weapons in my top 10 list. Now, with the custom loadout of the weapon, I have improved the overall accuracy and the recoil management of this weapon and made it a perfectly optimized for close to mid-range distance. It has some great hip-fire accuracy, and especially with the stopping power magazine, it becomes extremely powerful in close-range engagements. If I were to include this weapon in my top 10 list, then anyways, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed today's contents. It would be greatly appreciated if you drop a like and share this with your teammates. And if you are new here, then don't forget to press the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I upload some pretty helpful tips and tricks videos and make some pretty powerful gunsmith loadouts for the Battle Royale. And trust me, you don't want to miss out any of my custom build. Follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server for exclusive tips and more awesome content. Links are provided in the description. Alright then, have a great day. I'll see you at the next one with some great loadouts of the new PKM light machine gun, both for the multiplayer as well as the Battle Royale.